All right, let's talk about how one booking changed everything for my business. Hi, I'm Emily. I get paid to party. I run a handful of party service businesses out of my house, show you guys the behind the scenes of how you can make hundreds to thousands of dollars a week doing the same thing. Okay, so back in the spring, if you guys have been following it all, I've been talking about all these different business ideas I had and wanting to launch. I have a mobile video game truck that we've been in business for 4 years. I've been doing party rentals for over a year. And the ones that I've been working on to launch were the Nerf wars, the bouquet bars, and the foam parties. So back in the spring, I had a school reach out that wanted to book our mobile video game truck. And she was getting ready to get off the phone and she kind of said, "Do you do anything else?" And I said, "Well, what are you looking for?" She was like, "Well, we're doing like a field day for a grade, and so we need to call some other vendors and get them in here, but I just thought I would ask if you offer anything else." And I thought, this is the perfect time. I said, okay, well, first of all, we have large yard games, like a ton of large yard games, so you could set up an area for kids that can't be on the game truck at that time to play a bunch of outdoor large yard games. So, we have like Tetris, Giant Connect 4, Cornhole. We did a ton of large yard games. And she was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's a really good idea. Is there anything else?" And this was like a make or break spot because I had the equipment for the foam party, and I have just been a little bit hesitant because I was nervous about running it myself, and I hadn't like set up that whole side of the business. And I just threw it out there anyways on a whim and just said, "Well, we do foam, so we could also do a foam party, and I'll give you a big discount with booking all the things. If you get us for foam and the game truck and the large yard games and Nerf wars." We also had Nerf wars. That was another one. And so she was like, "Oh my gosh, this would be perfect because then I don't have to book a bunch of different vendors. We'll just use you for everything." And it ended up being a very large booking for us. But it was more important because I put myself on a crunch. So I had like 2 or 3 weeks before this booking. And so I was like, okay, now I got to learn the foam side of this and be confident enough to do the foam party myself. So I took the time, I learned it. It was actually really, really easy. It took me all of 15 to 30 minutes to learn how to operate the foam cannon and do a full foam party. And then I was confident and it seemed okay. But the whole entire event went flawlessly. The kids loved it. The school was raving about how well it went. I had a lot of parents that wanted contact info for future parties. And it made me realize that I had these other ideas for things I wanted to add and was kind of sitting on the fence with those because I was nervous about how they were going to run and go. And I should have just pulled off the Band-Aid, offered them. When somebody booked it, then I'll learn it. So that is what I did after that for the giant hosted Nerf Wars party. I did the exact same thing because the foam party went well and I had enough time and I just learned it. And I did the exact same thing for the bouquet bar. Both of those, I had people calling, inquiring a little bit about stuff, and I just threw them out there and thought, what better way to learn an industry than to just get booked and get paid for it, and then you're forced to learn it and you'll get out there and do it. And that has changed my whole business. Instead of sitting on the side and waiting till I was ready, because you're never really gonna be ready, I just started putting businesses out there that I had the idea for, and I did have at least a chunk of the equipment for these things. I just hadn't fully launched them yet. So if you are one of these people that is sitting and waiting for the perfect moment and the perfect time, it's not gonna come. Just put yourself out there, and I promise you get yourself under the wire, you will learn what you need to learn and you will make it work. And if you're nervous and afraid you're not gonna give great customer service or it's not gonna be what they're expecting, you can always offer a discount for the first job and say, "Let me film content." Because that was another thing, as I said, I will give you a discount for all this, but I want to be able to film content like for our social media and for our website. And they were all okay with that. So that's something that you can do if you're nervous, to say, well, I'll give you a discount here if I can film some content, because then people usually are very excited that they're getting a discount and they give you a little bit of leeway if you do anything wrong. But have some faith in yourself, have some confidence, and if you've been kicking around the idea, throw yourself out there and take a booking before you're really ready, because I promise it's gonna go better than you think, and you're gonna learn the majority of what you need to learn really doing the job anyways. All right, that changed my whole business. Ask me any questions you've got.